Testing from the Juanki speaker. Testing from the Juanki speaker. Good evening on this Monday night. We are here with our seeking advice post, and we're waiting 30 seconds, and then I'm going in. If you have stumbled upon my channel, I am Juanki, and welcome to my world. I'm a cornucopia of stuff. I've been going live since December 1st, 2025, with these stories from the internet, people asking and seeking advice here in New York City. I came across this one today and I said, let me bring this one to the peoples. All right. As always, I'm going to start by reading the post, and then I'm going to read some of the commentary, and then I'm going to give my Juanki thoughts and my Juanki views on it. If you want to engage, feel free to jump in or leave a comment. All right. So this one says, someone tell me what to do with my life. I'm going to keep it simple. I want to draw and do art, but I don't want to be poor. And in this economy, unless I don't want to be poor, and in this economy, unless you're a nepo baby or insanely talented, there's no shot. Should I risk the possible crash out of going back to uni and becoming an MRI tech, or just stay on disability? I have autism, severe anxiety, and I'm overweight. I'm exhausted all the time and have endo and PCOS. I'm stuck. All right, well, let me just say that I do not know what um, endo and PCOS is. So I'm going to do a quick search real quick, because Google is your friend and your enemy at times. But let's go here. What is endo? Okay. I think they're okay. Endometriosis is a chronic condition where the tissue similar to the uterine lining grows outside of the uterus, often on the ovaries, fallopian tubes, or pelvic lining, causing inflammation, scarring, severe pelvic pain, especially during periods, heavy bleeding, fatigue, and sometimes infertility. This misplaced tissue thickens and bleeds during the menstrual cycle, but unlike normal menstrual blood, it has no way to exit the body, leading to irritation, pain, and potential organ dysfunction. Oh my God. Endometriosis sounds horrible. This person says they also have PCOS. So let's see, what is PCOS? I just want to get a good understanding of what ailments this person is dealing with. PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, is a common hormonal disorder in women of reproductive age, characterized by irregular periods, excess male hormone, and often small cysts on the ovaries, leading to tissues like infertility, acne, weight gain, and increased risk of for diabetes and heart disease. Oh my God, this person got a lot going on. It's a complex endocrine condition, but symptoms are manageable with treatment, often involving lifestyle changes to improve health and fertility. With all that going on, this person wants to do art. Let me read it one more time. This person says, the title is Someone Tell Me What to Do with My Life. I'm going to keep it simple. I want to draw and do art, but I don't want to be poor. And in this economy, unless you're a nepo baby or insanely talented, there's no shot. Should I risk the possible crash out of going back to uni and becoming an MRI tech, or just stay on disability? I have autism, severe anxiety, and I'm overweight. I'm exhausted all the time and have endo and PCOS. I'm stuck. All right, let's see what some of the comments say. Someone says, I have interacted with several posts here of people who also have great interest in the art world. I simply rely the same thing I tell everybody. I simply relate the same thing I tell everyone. Art as a career in this modern costly economy is much more preferable to be kept as a side hobby. The priority should be enjoying it and practicing for your own interest before considering monetization. If that standard is already satisfied, you are strongly recommended to refine, improve craft art like a side hobby outside or between your work hours. If you love it, it won't feel like work even if the hours fly by. My sister got a BA in English who works as a private school teacher. She grew up spending her free time on art. Due to her constant efforts, she obtained enough skill to do commissions for games like Genshin Impact that pay a lot of money per sketch. That being said, if you want to survive in this economy, you need a job with skills that can provide a daily paycheck. Basically, a day job, something to keep the bills away. So try to do some self exploration on your interests, passions, or so on to help you lay out possible career paths. Okay? Somebody says, if you're not from a rich family, then don't do it. Don't do this to yourself. Do rad tech, MRI tech, any stable field, and do art on the side. I personally know an engineer professor in our local art club, figure drawing every weekend. Oh my God! Somebody said my condolences. Period. That's harsh. I don't want a severely anxious and exhausted MRI technician. Oh shit. Somebody's saying, I don't want a severely anxious or exhausted MRI technician. Follow your dreams of drawing. There has never been a shot at drawing your way out of poverty. You'd be better off buying a lotto ticket than trying to be one in a billion artists who is rich through their art. FFS Van Gogh died destitute and unknown in a random inn. Mozart died in debt and was buried in an unmarked grave. Art has seldom been a real path to money. Do the art for yourself and no one else. Do the art on disability. If you are truly disabled, shade, which it sounds like you are. Or do the art while working a job that is in high stress with people depending on you not to fuck it up. Give up on the money. Being rich was never going to be you. Oh my God, that's a New Yorker for you. That is a New Yorker for you, Naris 21. Somebody else says, honestly, I have enjoyed office jobs. If you find a decent company with fair salary, you basically just do boring, repetitive, but not physically strenuous work for 8 hours and can then enjoy your free time. Find a niche. Example, reservations, revenue management for a hotel, bookkeeping, low tier finance jobs, various support related government jobs, etc. I've had no need to study anything. I have a habit of over involving myself and as a result overworking myself at companies, leading to getting more responsibilities, team management, etc. So I got burnt out in my last job and stopped doing art for a few years. But I've learned my lesson and now stick to trying to keep work separate from my value of myself and not pushing career growth just just for a title. I basically just work with spreadsheets and data, company systems while listening to music, audiobooks, and minimal contact with other colleagues if they have question, need help, etc. You can then use your free time to further your passion until it becomes financially viable or doing courses on the side to develop paid skills like video editing, graphic design, Unix, UI design, game design, etc., to give yourself a better chance at landing a more secure creative role. Pure freelance art like drawing, sculpture, etc., is very difficult to survive with nowadays, and even becoming successful in 1 month can quickly change depending the trend. All right, one more and then I'm ready. I'm ready to give my Juanki thoughts and Juanki views. This person says art is not possible in 2026. Drop a bomb on that. Okay, so what do I think? Well, there's a lot going on here for this person, right? This person is in all sorts of they got a lot going on medical wise, right? They have the PCOS, they have the endometriosis. There's a lot going on. I think some of these were, although sarcastic and New York based, I think they ring a side of truth. We're not in an economy or in a situation right now where, oh, just use your art, just do your art. Don't worry. The trust fund will pay for everything that needs to be paid for. It doesn't work that way. You have to have this duality to you. So, and I know that this person says that they're always tired and all of that. I think the art should just be a hobby, and that's just being realistic. This person, they want too much, right? They want to be able to do their art and not, be financially have a financial hardship. But then they got all of this going on with their body and their health, and it's like, should I just stay disabled? Well, I didn't know that it was a choice. Drop a bomb on that. You know what I'm saying? She made it sound like it's a choice whether or not she could stay disabled or not. In that case, then girl, stay disabled and color and sculpt and paint and draw on the side. But if you're really thinking that you're going to be the next Van Gogh, painting the Mona Lisa, then there's certain things that you need to get in order. Certain things that you can definitely work on, like the overweight. Even though it says here that the ovarian syndrome can cause some weight gain, but it also says that with lifestyle changes that you could get the weight under control. I would say this person needs to get the things that they can get under control. I think they should do have a duality to them where they're working on their craft, working on their art, but also having a stable flow of income, and also making themselves available and open for any opportunity in the arts that comes their way, because the networking, okay, so maybe you don't get rich of selling your art, but perhaps you end up getting a light job in a gallery or in a design studio or in a sculpture studio, or where you are still surrounded by the work that you like to do. You know what I mean? And then you never know what that type of networking will get you. I mean, you wanna do your art, you like your art, and you're considering being an MRI tech, doing X-rays and shit. It doesn't make any. It doesn't say. Can I be a moderator for what? Why, Jacob? Why? Why would you ask? Why would you ask if you could be a moderator? I don't know you. For what? Does it look like my folks need to be moderated? I run a sophisticated, grown people community over here. Can I be a moderator? No. What kind of dumb question is that? Yeah, I said it. That was a dumb question. Get the hell. Thank you. Blocked. Gone. Sniped. God. Got me out of my. No, you didn't get me off my track. I read you because that's what you wanted. You wanted to be. You wanted to be acknowledged. No, you can't. Next. I'll never understand that. I've never seen you in my queer life. And you think I'm gonna make you a moderator, as if my people needed to be moderated upon by a stranger. I got two snipers, Naris 21 and Incredible Hulk. Sorry, you should be. Oh, and he's still able to type. I got him. I got him. I got him. Remove. Gone. Bye. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why would somebody, Naris 21, Incredible Hulk, Miss Views of You, everybody who's in the sky, why would somebody give somebody a moderator stick for somebody who you don't even know, for a chat room that does not need to be moderated? Am I missing something? It could be me. It could be me. I'm not above saying I didn't understand. It's me. Guess what? I'm a moderator. Oh, good. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on a second. So now you're fully gone. You're a moderator on somebody else's stream. Go do your job over there. No, Naris, we're not timing out. We are completely blocking. We're not timing out. He is blocked. You timed and I blocked. I followed it with a blocked. Congratulations, you're a moderator on somebody else's channel. Great. You should be over there. You should be over there then. I digress. It's a Monday night. I try to keep it all professional and demure today. If you want to work on your art, surround yourself with people who are doing the art. Don't go and be an MRI tech. Go start somewhere where art is being made, produced, acquired, finagled, fondled with, and be in that environment. Be in that environment and be open to step up and learn from behind the scenes. Anything that opens up. Listen, if a receptionist positions opens at a gallery, you take that. You take that and you do your few months there and see what else opens up and you talk to the people. And I would like to keep going. Next thing you know, they know about you drawing sketches and stuff like that. And maybe they have an amateur night where you can put up some of your own stuff up there. See, now you're showing in a gallery. You never know who's gonna see it and what other avenues can open. But none of that is gonna happen as an MRI tech in that room taking x-rays. Drop a bomb on that. And then but the thing about, should I stay on disability or should I go get me an MRI degree or credential certificate? That right there, that's why people were like, if you're truly disabled, when you're truly disabled, that's not really a choice. That's not really a choice. Well, should I stay disabled? Well, bitch, can you, it's a choice now? No, the check is a choice. The check was a choice, right? And then you list all of these things that you say you have that I'm sure were in the application so that you could get that check, right? But if you really truly are experiencing those symptoms and those things and it's so prohibitive and it doesn't allow you to work and stuff like that, then it's not a choice. It's not, should I stay in disability or should I go get the certificate so I could do MRI? You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are disabled, is not a choice for them. They're disabled, they're disabled. So it's not, okay, should I be disabled today? Or should I go, oh, wow, look who's in the chat. AR Stringer. Drop a bomb on AR Stringer. I am not in my full contraption today, AR Stringer, but if you go see my other videos, which I'm pretty sure you've been catching them and hitting like, right? It's the doll. It's the doll. AR Stringer, how are you, sir? It's been a long periodical of time. I knew if I stayed consistent, at some point you was gonna run into me. Please resubscribe and hit the bell 3 times so that you're notified when I go live. I go live every single night. Drop a bomb on that. And I've refined myself for 2026, AR Stringer. Oh my God, AR Stringer, I think you did not know. I'm married now. Drop a bomb on that. I'm married to an Incredible Hulk. He's all sorts of big and massive. Yes. It's nice to see you, AR Stringer. We need to catch up. We do need to catch up. I am refined for 2026. I have left previous life incarnations behind. I'm no longer dealing with those type of streets on these streets. I'm a refined woman now. I'm trying to be proper and demure. AR Stringer says, I am fine. I see you come across my timeline. Congratulations. Oh, shade. AR Stringer, don't come for me. Do not come for me. Okay? You know, you don't want any of this, honey. How are you? I hope you're doing good. We need to catch up. Definitely need to catch up. Yes, I run a podcast with my husband, the Incredible Hulk. It's under the J&H podcast. If you go to my community post, you will see the last episode dropped today. We've been doing it for like the last 3 years. So you have a lot of catching up to do. But anyway, yeah, it's not, if you're disabled, you're disabled. It's not a choice. You know what I mean? Like it's not okay. Am I disabled today or should I go to? You have to, you know, it is like it's not a choice, and that's the part that I think people in the comments that were responding to her were a little confused because it's like she's talking about it as if she has a choice, as if she has a choice to, am I gonna be disabled today and collect this check, or am I gonna go get this MRI degree or credential so I can go do, take X-rays and shit. In conclusion, my suggestion to this post is that if you want to do your art, well, first of all, take care of your health. That's number one, because you need your body. You need to be able to sustain the ups and downs of being a person in the arts, which is, it's intense and it's a lot. So take care of your body. Handle the things that you can handle. You said you was overweight. Handle the overweight. Try to get your other ailments under control. I know they're not, there's no cure, but from what I read here earlier for everybody, there's treatments and things that you can do to help alleviate some of the symptoms. So try to get into a routine with that. Once you have that, if you want to venture out into the working world, I would say try to get jobs that are in the field, like in the art dealers. Go to the art dealers and see if they need receptionists, office managers, event coordinators, anything in that, so that you are in the orbit of art and art creation. And then don't be stuck up. Be open. Say yes to everything that comes your way. Be open to possibilities. Be open to networking. Be open. Say, okay, for the next 2 years, I'm gonna say yes to anything, any event that has to do with the art, and then that's how you start networking and meeting people and putting yourself slowly out there. And then you just never know. Then that's when the higher power starts throwing stuff and aligning things for you, so that if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's my Juanki thoughts and my Juanki views on this. I come to you every night in some sort of capacity. Sometimes I let you see me. Sometimes I'm behind the curtain, like tonight. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Make sure that you hit subscribe, that you hit the like, and if you have any comments or disagree, if you disagree with the way I read that person that came through, talk about, can I be a moderator for what, honey? Leave it down in the box below. It's okay. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. With that said, have a good night. Happy Monday. Have a productive week. You will see me tomorrow in some sort of capacity. Have a good night. Peace.